The very first time Ozai met you was when his mother introduced you to him and Iroh. Ozai was smart and stubborn, also impatient, but when he looked into your gold and black eyes, in a second all those traits had faded. When Ozai found out you would be staying in the city, that made him happy. Eventually, the both of you became close, even though the both of you were young. Ozai never felt more love for anyone in his life like he did for you. Ozai, can I ask you something? That depends on your motive. Walking down the halls with Ozai was calming for you, unlike combat practice. Ozai, we both know I could never hurt you. Only because you have a heart. Looking over at you, Ozai seen you smile that was only for him when you both were alone. That was a promise he made to Ozai. Only show emotion around him and no one else. Ozai never let anyone near you. Only when you were asleep, Ozai didn't worry about other people. After you told Ozai that you were a dragon, that was when you had to always be at his side. When the both of you had turned 15 in front of an old temple, that was when Ozai asked you to be his. And you accepted. Ozai gave you the black and gold dragon ring that would always keep you near him. The way Ozai held you close made you happy, but you knew this happiness could never be forever. Feeling you tremble, Ozai didn't have to do much to control your mind and emotions. Your mind went blank, then you closed your eyes as you fell into a deep sleep. Having you in his arms and telling you that he loved you, that was something Ozai could not lose. May the dragons witness this bond. Ozai had made a promise and vowed to you that the both of you will always be together. The dragons decided to allow this act. However, later on, the choice would affect you greatly. The next evening, you woke up in your room, feeling a pain in your head, then noticed a second ring on your finger. Sitting up slowly, things felt out of place. There was something wrong, and then you seen the problem. Looking into the mirror on the wall, you saw the color in your eyes had changed, and the marks on the corner of your eyes were like flames. Ozai, why? Me? Did I fail you? Kneeling on the floor now, the tears stained your face in your despair. To not see Ozai again was the only choice. Locking yourself away from Ozai in the city did not last, because Ozai looked for you and then found you in the old apartment. Even in your sleep, you still cried. It was clear that you couldn't breathe normally. The way your body was shaking, the faint flames in your hair, also your ring had turned into a glove of scales. Opening your eyes slowly, looking at Ozai, that moment you see what he promised and what he would do in the future. Ozai, break the promise. It's not. Before you could say more, Ozai held you like he always did and held your hand that was covered in black scales. Seeing more darkness in Ozai now, you could still see the love he had for you. Not saying anything else that mattered, Ozai kissed you, keeping his arm around you safely. Having a blacker heart means you stay with me then it's all worth the suffering, my dragon. If that's how you feel, Ozai, then I will stay with you until it's my time. The months that passed, and then 2 years, Ozai had all the firebending power he needed. Shortly after the city had become Ozai's, that was also the day you both had turned 18 and finally married secretly. Late that night, as Ozai slept, leaving the new apartment as quietly and quickly as possible, you paid a visit to the fire estate. Azulon was sitting in the dark, then his gaze shifted to you kneeling in front of the fireplace. I see you have completed the favor I asked, my friend. Honestly, Azulon, have you forgotten who I am? Azulon walked over to you, then helped you stand. Seeing Azulon in middle age, you could still see your friend that you met when his own father had introduced you to. You're the Shadow Dragon, my friend. Only because you gave me the name Azulon. Any other requests? Will you still kill Ozai? As you were about to answer, Azulon, the door to the room opened. Quickly, with your fire, you lit the candles on the walls.